Bonelab is an upcoming VR physics-based action-adventure game from the developers of Boneworks, and is releasing later this year on the Quest 2. Here's a list of possible new features that could make Bonelab even better than Boneworks. First up, I think I speak for everyone when I say we could definitely do with a lot less jank. That's not to say the physics in Boneworks weren't extremely impressive, they definitely were, but there are quite a few VR users who simply couldn't put up with some of the more, let's say, experimental mechanics. And I can't really blame them. For example, the climbing just isn't very enjoyable. It's really nice to have complete freedom in some of the most expansive environments we've seen in VR, but when climbing a pipe feels like a janky wobble fest, exploration can become very frustrating. Thankfully, it does seem like they've at least been doing some work on climbing. As we can see in the Bonelab trailer, the character's legs actually assist the player in making their way up a wall. This might just be the justification we need for a more stable climbing mechanic. Next up, simply put, more things to mess around with. The undisputed best part of Boneworks is of course the sandbox, and the more crazy gadgets we have to use, the more fun we'll have. It's as simple as that. Just take a look at the endless amount of insane abilities you have in Gmod. Thrusters, ropes, dynamite, and pretty much anything you could ask for. Oh, and did I mention vehicles? Because we'd like some of those too. Moving on to what's probably the biggest complaint about Boneworks, and that's about how the story is told. Boneworks definitely has a lot of subtle storytelling and even hidden lore, but for the vast majority of players, it can be very hard to tell what's going on. I'm not at all saying the story is bad, it's just that these seemingly random people popping up on TV screens never really link up with the game itself, and the things they say probably mean very little to first-time players. The world of Boneworks has unlimited potential. I just hope that Bonelab can fill in some of the gaps left by Boneworks and overall tell a more cohesive story. And finally, I know everyone wants it, it's multiplayer. While it would be amazing to play Bonelab with a friend or fight in some sort of PvP mode, an official multiplayer version is extremely unlikely. This comes down to the synchronization of physics objects. Now this is something the PC version can barely do with mods, so I highly doubt the Quest 2 is powerful enough. That was a list of everything I'd like to see in Bonelab. Let me know in the comments which improvements you want the most and any thoughts or impressions on this incredibly exciting announcement. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please make sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe to see my future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.